What if I told you ignoring ROAS and click-through rates in Facebook ads can actually boost your Shopify profit? After scaling Shopify brands with millions in ad spend, I've learned profitable growth relies on 4 simple metrics. So in this video, I'm going to show you precisely these metrics and how to use them to scale no matter your budget. To start, here's the column setup I love. The moment I use this layout for a Shopify brand, their cost per purchase dropped 20% in 1 week. Why? Because I could see what worked and why it worked. Think of it like this. It's like trying to conduct an orchestra with 100 musicians all playing at once. And you've never done it before in your life. You don't know where to look. Everything feels urgent and it's overwhelming. Then someone says, just follow the strings and drums. That's your rhythm and beat. That's what this setup gives. Clarity. It cuts through the noise. Once you focus, scaling becomes simple, fast, and profitable. First, I have delivery that lets you see the campaign ad set or ad is live. It also flags delivery issues. Budget is optional. I like it to understand how much money I'm expected to spend. Budgets change a lot when you're scaling, especially around stock issues or sales. Frequency is the first of the most important 4 metrics for scale. A frequency of 2 means people see the ad twice. I once saw a brand with a frequency of 5 in 7 days for a campaign. I cut the budget in half. This gave less ad spend for the ads, so they appeared less in front of the same audience. Revenue didn't change. That's an instant increase in profit. A higher frequency ad means a warm audience. A lower frequency ad is a cold ad. Later in this video, I'll apply all of these metrics to real ads to show you how to scale your Shopify brand. CPM is the next most important metric to pay attention to. I have to give a shout out to Charlie Tishner, as he's the reason I now treat CPM like oxygen. CPM is cost per milli, the cost to show your ad 1,000 times. This one metric tells you how expensive it is to reach people, if your ad is for a cold or warm audience, which is everything for scale, and if people actually enjoy your ad. When people engage with your ads by watching, clicking, commenting, and liking your ads, your CPMs go down. Cost per purchase is the 3rd main metric. This tells you how much you're paying for each customer. I call it CPA, short for cost per acquisition. Now, a lot of people focus on ROAS, but here's the truth. CPA is more reliable than ROAS. That's because ROAS depends on your average order value, which is about as predictable as a dog on speed. A high CPA isn't always bad. Cold ads should always perform worse than warm ones, and that's okay. You need cold ads to find new customers. That's how you scale. The other main metric, amount spent, sounds basic, but it's a gold mine. The big secret with amount spent is it tells you what Facebook loves. Facebook puts money behind what's working. So if one ad is getting the most budget, the algorithm is telling you this is the winner. Good cold ads will spend more than good warm ones. That's normal. The cold audience is bigger. So you're beginning to now see how these 4 metrics help you scale. Forget the 300 other numbers. They're like decorative pillows, nice to look at, but they don't do anything useful. They either distract you or are already measured in the 4 metrics. Likes, comments, and click-through rates are answered with CPM, so you don't need them. Simple is smart. The simpler your analysis, when it's effective, the clearer your decisions and the better your results. In the video description, you'll find a copy and paste setup for these metrics, plus a free cheat sheet that tells you exactly how to read each one. Everything's free. Now that you've got the best metrics that tell you what you need to know to run Facebook ads, well, how do you actually use them to explode sales for your Shopify store? Let's look at this real Shopify brand. This campaign has a budget of $700 per day. You're looking at 7 days of data. The spend you see here is lower because some ads were turned off. Before I dive in to analyze Facebook ads properly, you need to run a broad campaign. That's no interests, no lookalikes, just gender, age, and country. Analyzing anything else is confusing and unreliable. If you want to learn why this works, check out my other video on why 99% of Facebook ads advice is wrong. So start by sorting amount spent highest to lowest. The 80-20 rule applies. Just a few ads drive most of the results. Start where the money is and you'll make the most impact. Step 2, look at the delivery column to make sure ads are running. After that, your goal when opening up Facebook ads is to ask yourself, what is working and why? That's the only question that matters to help you scale. So let's go metric by metric. The first 4 metrics of our column set explain what's working better than anything else. The 4 metrics and others explain why they're working. The top ad here has a frequency of 1.67 over 7 days. That's a bit high for a cold ad, but it's a high ticket product, so people need to see it more before buying. If you're spending enough to get over 5 conversions for most ads, I suggest you do the same analysis on a day-by-day basis by using the breakdown. The next ad has a frequency of 1.98. That's the bottom of the funnel ad here. The last one has a top of funnel frequency of 1.5, which is the coldest audience ad. Now look at CPM, the cost to show your ad 1,000 times. CPM in the most simplest form tells you how good your ad is and to what audience. The top ad has the highest CPM of $52.34. The CPM on the warmer ads is much lower at $22.23 and $30.93. Usually cold ads have lowest CPM, but not here. This is why this example is so good for you to learn how to analyze Facebook ads. The high CPM ad still has the most spend and the lowest CPA. It's the best middle of funnel ad. If an ad has a high CPM relative to others, it's reaching a warmer audience or people aren't engaging with the ad. What does this tell us? The biggest opportunity is to make a better cold ad. Longer videos often work best here. Show a problem, solution, and social proof. You might be wondering, what's a good CPM? Honestly, the question shows a lack of understanding. People love to blame CPM on their industry, but that's like blaming the mirror when your shirt doesn't fit. Instead, compare CPMs within your own account. That's what matters. And by the way, if you're using lookalikes or interests, CPMs become unreliable. That's why I push broad campaigns. You'll get cleaner, clearer data. Now, CPA and amount spent. The top ad has a $118 CPA. This is profitable for the brand who has a high-priced product. 7 days ago, this ad had the highest CPA of $169. Most people would have killed the ad, but I saw it was the most spent. That's Facebook telling me the ad is worth backing. And 7 days later, it's the top performer. You can't kill an ad just because the CPA is high. You need context. Look at frequency, CPM, and spend. Now look at these other ads from 7 days ago. $50, $43, $53 for their CPAs. Why aren't they spending more when they're getting customers for less? You might think this is a problem to solve, so you duplicate ad sets or move underperforming ads into new ad sets. Don't do that. Facebook already knows what will fall apart at scale. Meta calls this the breakdown effect. It's why Facebook throttles ads that look great at low spend, but crash when you give them more budget. That's why amount spent matters so much. It tells you what Facebook is backing with real dollars. By putting it all together, we can tell that the ad 1 has high spend, high CPM, middle frequency, and a low CPA. It's a middle of funnel ad and the top scaling performer. Facebook clearly loves it. Keep it running and create more ads modeled after it. Ad 2 has moderate spend, low CPM, high frequency, and a mid-range CPA. The low CPM might make it look like a cold ad, but the high frequency shows it's not. It's a warm audience ad that's resonating. I think keep it live, but monitor frequency so it doesn't fatigue. Ad 3 has low spend, low frequency, and a high CPA. That tells us it's a cold ad that isn't converting. It's safe to turn off and replace with a new cold ad that has perhaps a better hook and just generally stronger creative. None of these ads are a clear bottom of funnel winner. Something with high frequency, probably higher CPM, and definitely a lower CPA. So that's a gap I can fill by making a new bottom of funnel ad focused on strong benefits, social proof, possibly a static image. From just these 4 metrics, frequency, CPM, CPA, and amount spent, you can see what exactly is working, what's not, and what to do next. After years of testing every metric in Facebook ads, it turns out the smartest thing I ever did was delete half of my columns, go outside and touch some grass. Download the free cheat sheet in the description to copy my column setup and start making better decisions in your Facebook ads today.